Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn.
So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning, and it is Thursday morning, and it's not a good Thursday morning at all. For those of you who follow the international trends on social media, a guy that I have a lot of respect for, and I have a lot of respect for him because he was very vocal, but he made an entire career off of debating people, right? It was very simple. This is my view. That is your view. You have an opinion, I have an opinion on a particular matter. Let's debate it. Let's debate it. Tell me why you think the way that you think, or you're leaning towards the way that you lean in, and I will tell you why I take the position that I take. And at the end of the day, either you change my mind or I change yours, or we are at a stalemate, but that is okay. It's not a problem. We just have a difference of opinion. Thanks for your time. That was Charlie Kirk. And the amount of people called me yesterday, and then you go to social media, and it's there, just trending, it all over the international news. Charlie Kirk was assassinated yesterday while speaking on a college campus in Utah. He was sitting here talking to the young people, getting their opinion on certain topics, where they would bring up the topic on maybe it's abortion, maybe it's whatever. Because abortion is a hot topic in the States. And he would debate plenty women would come up and talk about abortion and that kind of thing, on abortion rights. And he would give his opinion and go back and forth with them, and they would throw out statistics and things like that, and that's what he was about. He did campaign for Trump in a very effective way. He had a lot of influence. Because I always tell people, you could sit from afar and you could judge somebody, but until you actually meet them in person and you have a conversation with them, you never really understand them, right? And somebody thought it fit to assassinate Charlie Kirk yesterday. Now, he may have had controversial positions on sensitive topics, but that's the reason we have a brain, and we all think differently, and we all formulate different opinions. And I raised this issue about Charlie Kirk this morning as I get out the gates here, because I used to take in Charlie Kirk. The man was the master of common sense, the captain of common sense. A lot of the things that he would say is just common sense. He didn't go to college or anything like that. Self-learned, self-educated, and brilliant. One of the best debaters that I have ever come across in my life. Charlie Kirk. He's 31 years old. He had 2 children and a wife. And people on the left, and there are videos all over social media, actually celebrated this. That's the demonic state of persons opposed to other people's political position. When the rhetoric when the rhetoric contaminates your mind and your soul. You understand? And that's why I tell all you, be careful who you listen to, be careful who you believe. Be careful what you believe. Try and read for yourself. Try and assess matters on your own. Critical thinking, and we have, it's interesting this morning because we have some folks that will be on in the second hour that are here to talk about chess and an Olympic team for chess. Chess is a game of critical thinking. It's a thinking game, right? You have to analyze the board. You have to think before you make your move, right? I used to be in a chess club, so I could speak on that. It's so similar. We have a program here that from inception, we decided, look, every other morning show, they're sitting down and talking to guests. All they realized breaking down, while we had the #1 show on our morning, with the largest market share on our morning, and possibly the most influence that I underestimate at times, right? We have the least guest on. The least. Why? Because I firmly believe that you don't need somebody to tell you how to think. I don't need somebody to tell me how to think. I could read an article in the paper and I could come up with my own opinion on that. You will read an article in the paper on the same topic and come up with a different opinion than mine. It doesn't mean that we either 100% right or we are 100% wrong. It just means that you see things a different way than I do. Now, when we sit down and we dissect it, and we have that conversation and we have that debate, one of us is going to make more sense than the other. Or one of us or both of us may bring points across the table that the other did not take into consideration, and then we could find common ground and we could say, you know what? I understand what you're saying, you know. I disagree with it, but I don't hate you. You understand? That is why when people call and they have a different view, to me, or the vast majority of my callers, I give them a little extra time. And I give them a little extra time because I'm trying to see or trying to listen or trying to pick up or understand why they take in the direction they take in. And if it makes sense. And sometimes the back and forth might get a little heated, and nothing wrong with that. And we have to understand that nothing is wrong with that. Because like one of the problems we're having with this generation and this youth and this generation coming up, this current generation and generations to come if we don't fix it, is that children have to understand as well, because this goes back to, this comes right back to the school, everything, you know. Children have to understand as well that you could have a difference of opinion and not want to kill each other. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion on whatever the issue or the topic is. Now, while you're entitled to your opinion, it don't mean you're right. You might be wrong sometimes. I have been wrong sometimes in some of the opinions that I've shared. Am I embarrassed because I was wrong? No. Why am I not embarrassed when I'm wrong? Because nobody should claim to know everything. Yes? Every day you wake up, you should try to learn something. Whether it is a conversation in the office, in the taxi on the way to work, with your family on the way to work, the way back home from work, sitting and having lunch with your co-workers, whatever it is, stand up on the street corner and just having a random conversation with somebody, every day is a learning experience. Right? how we absorb information is very important in how we formulate an opinion. Right? But to see what played out yesterday, and there is a video on it that we will not hear, to an individual who was just on a tour debating people. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the danger of hateful rhetoric. I need to see it in politics. And people with influence must understand that when you put on a microphone like this, and you stand up or sit down in front of a camera like I am right now, your narrative can, depending on where it is or what it is, can contaminate a person's way of thinking and push buttons and trigger them into an act of violence. I didn't know Charlie Kirk personally, but the same way that a lot of people don't know me personally, I have had people who have never met me in person. But because of my opinion, and maybe their position from a political standpoint, they see me as somebody who's not approachable, as a beast of sort, as a monster, right? But that's until they actually meet me in person. Then they realize, but wait, now I got a conversation with them, man. You see, on the program here, we have 2 hours, and we have ads, and we have commitments, and so on and so forth. So when you're calling, you only have, I just give people too much time on the phone, really. A phone call is supposed to be more than 30 seconds, so that we could accommodate as many people as possible. But some people, it takes 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. But in 3 minutes, you can't really have a proper conversation with somebody on a heated topic. Like this topic in the paper this morning. URP workers fired, Amin defends mass dismissals and claims corruption. That's a hot topic because a lot of people are affected. We can't possibly disseminate all of the information and go back and forth, because if we were to do that, then nobody else would get a chance to talk. But if you meet me in person, sometimes we have a conversation and it goes a little more in depth and that kind of thing, and people realize, well, wait, Stefan he's not the person I thought he was from looking at him from a distance. You know what I mean? And I've had many encounters like that. I've had people come on the show nervous as hell because they come in to talk to me. And I just cool it. Ask them in the back. I cool it. The people who have been to my events, to the Christmas party, to run Stefan run, they know me. They know Stefan approachable. If you want a picture, you could get it. You want to have a little conversation, fine, no problem. You understand? That's me. But if you don't know me, you would never understand me. If you've never met me in person, you would never understand me. But I have my opinions. And I have my opinions based on life, reality, information. You understand? Now when my mommy and papi tell me, unfortunately, we still have people grown big, hardback, men and women out here, adults, that have no opinion of their own, but their opinion is based on what their mommy and papi and nana and nenen tell them. Right? Because they don't read. Or they're just not intellectually capable of formulating an opinion based on information that they have gathered for themselves. They always have to depend on somebody else to tell them what they should think. And that's a dangerous position to be in. You understand? And that's why it's important that when we open the phone lines, people get the opportunity to ventilate their thoughts and their opinion. Because it's important. It's important that you have an outlet to voice your opinion, to be heard. Everybody wants to be heard. That fellow was a brilliant fellow. Brilliant, brilliant fellow. Some people might disagree with me, but once again, I do have to agree with everything somebody says to say, hey, that's a brilliant guy. I would never agree with somebody 100%. You can't. You might agree with somebody with stand your ground legislation. And you might agree with that same person on abortion. And you might agree on that same person on, let's say, what's going on down in the Caribbean Sea there to the south, where the U.S. military could agree on that too, on drug trafficking and all these things, and all these, you know, you can agree with somebody on 40 things. And then it'll be something simple like they prefer macaroni pie and you like potato pie. You understand what I'm saying? It could be something simple like that you disagree on. So my point is, you could never agree with somebody 100%. Is that, well, yeah, it looked like a old, I don't know. But rhetoric does cause that. You understand? Rhetoric does cause that. I saw an interview on another network. Kirk was on. Right? And I'll just show you how stupid media people are in this country and other places. I might have a different style of interviewing people, so be it. I believe that when somebody comes on, when I invite somebody on for an interview, whether it be a politician or otherwise, my job is not to badger them for some hope that they're going to get views. My job is to give them the opportunity to speak, so that they can explain their position. And once I understand the position, because I've allowed them to speak and I've listened to them, now we could have a discussion and I could ask a few questions back and forth. But it's not about badgering somebody or putting somebody in a corner so that you know, you win some sort of foolish argument in an on-air interview or something like that. Somebody is on. I believe that the audience is smart enough to know when somebody who is on as a guest is talking sense or nonsense. Right? I don't have to push them in any particular direction. I saw an interview recently on another network that running about third. Right? Got all of them in the review. We're going to need binoculars to see them just now. So, they had Kirk on as a guest on the issue of Eric Williams not being the first prime minister. And the person carrying on the interview, the host, is better he had interviewed himself. Every time Megu tried to explain something, he cut him off. Because he already goes into the interview with a preconceived notion that what Megu saying makes no sense. And it's interesting because Megu was saying, you know, we have a history before 1962. And I was interested, because Kirk Megu is a historian, whether or not you want to give it as Williams was the first or the second or wherever, or Grantley Adams was before him and under the Confederation, or wherever. That don't matter to me. Who was the first and wherever. The point is, Megu mentioned that there was a history before 1962 that a lot of people pay no attention to. And I was very interested in hearing a little bit about that history. Never got to hear it. Host didn't allow it. And because the host didn't allow it, the viewer is robbed. Do you understand? And unfortunately, that passes as media today. That is the mainstream media tactics and position that people love to follow and listen to. And somehow formulate an opinion on an interview that took place where you never get to hear the guests explain themselves. All you get to hear is the host's opinion and the host's knowledge of history, which is nowhere close to what Kirk will know in terms of him being a historian, writing a book, so on and so forth. And the audience now sits there, and if you already have a preconceived notion, you didn't learn anything. That's why when I invite people on the program, I allow them to talk. Some people might say, Stefan, you're soft. I don't think so. Like I say, I think you're smart enough to know when somebody talking sense as opposed to nonsense. But the point I'm trying to make is ventilating the information that you have. Having a space and a place to share information, although we might differ in opinion, is very important. And while we may not change somebody's mind 100%, 80%, 50% of the time, at least through that discussion, you have a better understanding of why somebody takes the position they take. And then we could move on from there. Well, they termed it a political assassination. And we will see where it goes. But this comes off the back of the stabbing of the Ukrainian woman on the train. You understand? The woman gone on the train, sit down, minding her own business. She was on her phone. A fella just get up, stab her, and walk off the bus saying he get a white girl. You understand? And this is the problem with the world today. It was a black man. He get up, stab the woman, he walk off. Put that in the reverse now. And tell me what the reaction would be like if it were the other way around. And that's one of the problems of the world today. Picture that. And the fella had 14 charges against him. But he was out there walking the streets because why? Oh, God. Same thing we're trying to deal with. You know, we have this. Anyhow, let me leave that alone, because no matter how much you talk, some people just don't understand. All right. So I tell you what. Set while aboard. I just had to open the show with that number and ventilate and get that off my chest, because I'm telling you. Nobody should be assassinated because they have an opinion. And the man, wife, and children was there, you know. Survival Holistic Health Clinic, powered by nutritional therapy. And we are saying stop managing a disease because you could reverse it naturally. And you could reverse it naturally through drug-free, supplement-free, but root cause healing through nutritional therapy. So you could give Seth a call and book your appointment today. You could call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. That's right. Give Seth a call today and get started, all right? Also, we have Flow. So we got Flow. And of course, the cricket season is here. And Flow keeps you in the game as the official telecommunications partner of the Trinbago Knight Riders. So sign up for the Everything You Need plan for a chance to win an all-inclusive finals home line. Visit discoverflow.co for details. And this is NLCB approved. All right, so make sure and check out Flow as it relates to that. And do not forget that we have several products in the Keolic range. I want to remind you about that as well. Over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, and they're all made from the aged garlic extract. So, you got the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, the Keolic Cholesterol Health, the Total Heart Health, and the Circulation Health. You also have the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. So you can pick up any product in the Keolic range at a pharmacy or a health store across the country. And for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. All right. So pick up your newsletter, newsstand near you. Headline this morning, Amin defends mass dismissals, claims corruption, URP workers fired. All right. There is going to be a budget in a few weeks' time when the government allocates their fund to certain sectors. I do imagine that all of this will be sorted out. But for now, that's the headline in the paper. I'm not even going to go into it. You can pick up the paper and, read about it. The Prime Minister also says that the government is working to resolve the Coast Guard's shameful management. Yeah. All right. Oh, today's 19. Hey, boy. Wow. I did not even realize that, I know what you did there. Today's the anniversary of 9/11. Stay tuned, we'll be back after this.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say it.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Downers Educational Institute is the top private school in Trinidad and Tobago with 35 years experience and tremendous student success. One of the most trusted education providers in the industry. Downers offers full-time day school classes for forms 1 to 5 and evening classes for primary level standards 2 to 5, secondary level forms 1 to 5, and also classes for adults and repeaters. For CSEC, Downers covers the business subjects and is one of the few private schools that offer the science subjects, physics, chemistry, and biology. biology as well. Online classes are currently being offered in all areas. However, Downers Educational is flexible and will adjust as the situation changes to offer both online and in-person schooling. They also offer affordable pricing and flexible payment plans. Downers Educational, located at number 92 Charlotte Street, Port of Spain. Call 627-9491 or WhatsApp 737-8006 and 471-0477. Visit their website, downerseducationalinstitute.com. Email downersedu@gmail.com or find them on Facebook at Downers Educational Institute. Downers Educational, offering success through quality education.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Boy, oh boy. What are going on? Are you looking stressed out? Why, if you need no real pressure right now, trying to register for my associate degree. It's real expensive, plus I have no maths. I didn't pass maths. Real pressure. You know what to do right here. Oh, you looking happy, so? But I must be happy. I get all my subjects, plus I get one in law. So I'm looking to go and register to do my law degree right now. Serious? But why you didn't do Form 6 like me? In LS, it's free, plus your parents could save money for your university as well. And you could even do your maths at the same time. I could do over my maths? I'm telling you. Let me go now and register. I have to go and sign up for it. But you sticking, you should have come here a long time, you know. Well, I'm so glad you told me about this. I'm really thankful.
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
I'll send you the flyer too. All right, so we're back. I'll send you the flyer too. For when I ad-lib in it. But for now, you have the ad and the thing, you're sticking the ad for me. All right, so we're back. We are 25 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. I took about a lot of time talking about the situation in the States. And I know people want to call, and we'll take some calls on that. I want to throw in something local as well. Because, you know, we had to keep things local as well. And the article I want to look at, because it's the week of the opening of the school term, put up the ARIMA note for me. I am totally confused. Believe me, I am confused. Arima North female teacher and student end up in a brawl. Let me read this for you. It's very short. An altercation between an Arima North secondary teacher and a student came to blows on September the 10th, just 3 days into the new school term. The brawl between the female teacher and female student was captured on video by students and uploaded to social media. The teacher and student can be seen pulling each other's hair near a desk while a male teacher tries in vain to stop the fight. Students were also seen trying to intervene. Arima North Secondary is not one of the 50 schools selected to have police stationed on the compound during the day. The initiative started by the Ministry of Homeland Security and Ministry of Education began on September the 8th. Arima North Secondary has been severely affected by violence, albeit not on the school compound, as 4 past and present students were murdered in the last year. Now, who did the list of 50 schools for police to be deployed? This ain't the first time that Arima North Secondary is in the news. Albeit it may not have been on the school compound, but that is why the presence of the police is important, because they may have incidents that take place outside the school compound. Southeast Secondary raised the issue the other day that there were no police there. That is in a hotspot area. It is known in the past that fellas have a way that they start to shoot and all kind of thing in that area, and students just have to take evasive action by going under the desk. That also applies to the primary school at the corner of the same street. I am bewildered. Who did that list of 50 schools? That they did not see that Southeast and Arima North should have been 2 priority schools to put police officers. 3277400. All right? We go into the phone line. I'm going to go to the phone line and take some calls. I just preach about how important it is to take phone calls and hear people's opinion. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan. They go Central. How are you going? How are you doing?
I dey cool, man.
Yeah, boy. It's a real hard one to swallow with Charlie, boy. I mean...
just now, caller, just now, your volume just went drastically low.
You hear me now?
Perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah, boy. Sad thing with Charlie yesterday, boy. I mean, what I appreciate about him is that people will come up to him and have a conversation. Some will challenge his thought processes. They will insult him. They will curse, and he will remain calm, cool, and collective. The next one who had to watch himself now is Ben Shapiro, because Ben is the next man who is another crack shot as well. Where pertaining to these issues with gender dysphoria and stuff like that, which they both had a similar opinion on. He and the next one had to watch himself too, but it's a real sad day yesterday. But the man was not, he never got upset with anybody's opinion. Yeah. He just challenged their thought processes and give them things to think about. And he was never insulting in his thought or his words, you know what I mean? And this I find it very hard. And he used to engage with everybody who comes around him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, is the world we live in today, boy, Stefan?
I remember one of the debates he had. If a youth man come up and say LeBron or Jordan, you know, not everybody go come to debate politics.
I saw that clip. I saw that.
And although he was there for you know, he would debate anything. So LeBron or Jordan. The youth man said LeBron, he said Jordan. And he said, all right, tell me why. And they went back and forth. And at the end of the day, he realized the youth man in seeing where he coming from, or the youth man go and change his mind. The youth man believe in LeBron James. He said, all right, LeBron is your GOAT, no problem. Jordan is mine. Thanks a lot. And that was it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the man was well down to earth, man, well open, and he used to engage anybody who wanted to talk to him. And that's what I appreciate about him.
Yeah.
And so God bless his soul and rest his peace and bless his family. I mean, and to the list for the police officers in the schools. Well, boy, what we can say about Lumpkin again, boy?
Well, I
These
don't know.
fellas are the ones who have to produce these lists. That is their job, not so?
This is what I'm
That's
saying.
to
Who
provide
produced
the
the list? Was it tutor? Was it the Ministry of Education?
Yeah, well, I will
was
assume.
it who was
well,
it?
Tutor is the one who they have the information. You understand? So they have to provide the information to the police service.
Yeah.
You understand? In order for this to work, you know what I mean? But
All
we'll
right.
see. I mean, it's young days now. I mean, I know they will definitely tweak it and get it sorted out. But I mean, it's unfortunate that it had to happen in schools that didn't have any police presence. But you know, I mean, everything is a process. At
Well,
least,
it's a
you know,
process. The
something
teaching
happens.
process is the
Yeah.
first week. Yeah.
At least it's a process, and we trying out something. If it works, better than yet down the road. So have a good one, there, someone.
Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah. I'm going again. 327-7400. Share your thoughts. All right? Share your thoughts. Yeah, we're going again here. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan.
Morning, man. Go ahead.
I don't know if you can recall. You know, there were 2 young footballers who were killed from Arima North.
They were going to Arima North. I know they were.
Yeah. I think they were Arima North students, but
right.
I think they were killed. Right.
Okay.
So, right. So I don't know what Gatsby Dolly had to say on this now. This is PNM Trip because that is Penny's constituency.
But yeah, that's a constituency.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go back to pointing
we don't want to
fingers
go
at
into the
anybody.
politics. Yeah.
Because we move forward and administration has changed. The point I'm making this morning is that you had 2 months to establish a list of priority schools. Who did the list? Was it Shooter that did a list and submitted it to the Ministry of Education, and then the Ministry of Education in turn took that list from Shooter and gave it to the police? You know.
So that is the situation, right? So thanks very much.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. I don't wanna nitpick and that kind of thing with you know. I mean, Gatsby Dolly out of office a long time. Morning.
Yes, sir, morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, nah. With respect to this thing with the fighting school, yeah, nah, my son went to school, and I like to tell you, when he started to go to school, I was frightened. I said, Lord, we come from a country, yeah, and he going to a school like that, and he not really accustomed mixing with children of a certain type of behavior, nah. But thank goodness he passed through that system and nobody never bullied him or nothing. But I'll tell you something, them little girls now, them hotter than chula, you know. Because that time I went by the school, I said them little girls now hotter than a chula, you know.
Yeah. It's a female student. These girls, I don't know what is
the
problem with these girl children.
No, because that time I went by the school, partner, and I sit down outside my car, and I went by the school, and a peaker pull up to drop off a school girl in uniform, and them kissing like his a man dropping off your wife to work, you know.
Wow.
You understand? But long time they start police down by the school, eh? Before this thing that they have now, long time they start police down by the school because it's the peaker fellas and them only preying on them school girls. And then after school, I said the little boys in Muslim outfit come outside the school, waiting for God knows who.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And this is another issue here. We have been focusing on young men, particularly as it relates to violence and crime. Talking about no father in the house, and no this and no that, single parent home and all kind of thing. The vast majority of fights, fellas, Ole might be able to second this because we just go through it, right? The vast majority of fights that we have seen over the last few years is girl children. And yet I'm not hearing anybody having a discussion asking what is going on with our girl children. How have they become so violent? Oh, I missed that one. Sorry about that, caller. And that is an important question that we need to ask. What is going on with our girl children? Morning. Morning, go ahead.
I have another topic I wanted you to do a little investigation and speak about, please. It's concerning an issue we've been having with Trinbago Express. I sent you an email and I WhatsApp you some info on this number.
Okay, listen, to make a long story short, I got the email I went through the email. I will contact you, and if anything, we'll have a few of your people, we'll have a person, a representative on, so that they can establish that. So they can come on for an interview if they're willing to. All right? I'll contact you before, I will respond before the end of the day. No problem.
All right.
And you'll get a ventilator. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the email. I saw the email, my dear. All right? I will respond. I will give you a day and a time to come in, and you'll get an interview to ventilate the issue. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
I want to stray this morning because I don't have limited time. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan, morning.
Yeah, my brother, go
Should
ahead.
take the words out my mouth with the girls becoming equally or more hostile and violent than the boys in school. That is what I was calling to mention. But I also want to say that, we don't realize how unfortunate a position teachers and parents have been put in because of this initiative by the UN, which was exercised by the then Minister of Education, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, with corporal punishment.
Yes.
So imagine you're asked to remove corporal punishment from schools and homes, and no parent or no teacher does necessarily be trained well, not in just psychology, but child psychology, and you're expected to parent and discipline these children in line with a professional, somebody who went to school for 3-4 years to learn psychology. You expected to function like that. And if you don't, you could get hauled before the courts for abuse and all that kind of. It is putting parents and teachers in a very unfair position, because no government I know in the world does give you a free degree to do them kind of thing and stuff like that. But yet still, that is the standard to which you are held. It is hugely unfair. Good morning, everybody. I'll listen off here.
All right, no problem, man. All good points as usual. I'm going to take this one. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Stefan, morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I just want to say this morning that I have seen other hosts, I have seen other morning programs, and by a long shot, I would put you as number one. Not because I look at this show, because I look at other shows, but I would put you, the way you carry on your interviews are so different. You put people in a relaxed state before the interview. You realize that? Other hosts don't do that, they go straight into an interview. They take you and go straight into the interview without you, being relaxed, and you bringing them to that level where they can be relaxed and go on with the interview. Like if, they are very comfortable, you do that. You have to take 100% responsibility for that.
Well, my style is one where I believe that the more comfortable somebody is two things. The better, depending on the type of interview it is. The more comfortable your guest
Stefan,
gets.
I'll listen. I will listen to you off air.
All right,
so
no
somebody
problem.
else can call in. Okay, bye-bye.
I believe that the more comfortable your guest becomes, it's easier for them to get the information out, and two, it's also easy for them to slip. It depends on the type of interview you're having. You know what I mean? Morning.
Good morning, Stefan. How you going, man?
Good, man. What's going on? Talk to us, man.
Good, man. Stefan, you talking about if tutors send out the lists and who was the one who recommended which school have need police protection and thing. But, we just missed the big picture. We had 2 months after coming off our school with all the violence and everything that went into the media domain. Plus, we have, for the last 2 months, we having this discussion about putting the police into schools and things.
Yeah.
The parents who have children, they didn't have 2 months to tell the children, hey, hear what? All are looking bad. All are going to school now for an education. All in this, you see this fighting thing. Look at what we reached to now.
Yeah.
Look at what measures the government has to do to ensure they have an education. We look what the effort they do to fix all these schools and things, to make sure toilet fixed, roof fixed, paint up good and things, for them to come into the school to do their education. But the parents are fixing the children.
Yeah.
That is the question we should be asking. 2 months, you tell me parents have fixed the children so that when they go back to school, they're going to learn and be decent and respectable and thing. They go on the first day to be fighting. I see a man hit some young boy, some slap because he probably lashed his son or some kind of thing on social media and all. This is where we are. Parents need to fix the children or else let them face the full brunt of the law, because this nonsense have to stop sooner or later. And let me tell you something. The direction it's going, it's eventually going to end up in something worse than this.
I would not
That's
doubt
the trend, how things is up, man. Have a good morning, Stefan. Bye later.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. We're 9 minutes away from the hour, 7 o'clock. I could take one more. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Morning. Yeah, girls tend to get away more than boys. Boys face the consequences when they're in all sorts of things. There is no parent I know that sends the children to school to fight or to get involved in anything that is illegal. What we have here is a societal problem. The food that we eat makes us aggressive, the higher proteins that we eat, the manner in which we speak and the things that we do. And we're not culturing the children in a fashion whereby the way we speak will reflect on them. So they are a reflection of the society. And not because they put our police in the school means things will happen, because we have police in the society, we have a state of emergency, and there's still crime going on. So we need now to look at things from that perspective. How do we change the culture of Trinidad and Tobago? How do we use the right words? How do we use the right foods? And allow everybody to contribute towards doing that. So there's a whole program that has to go on in school that deals with how children are supposed to act. And we're not getting to these subjects yet. As far as the crime is concerned, when they almost killed Donald Trump, people laugh and say they should have killed him. Now they kill Charlie Kirk is a sad thing. And the
It's a sad thing, but some of them
politicians
celebrated it. It's amazing. It's just disgusting.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And locally, they threaten politicians on both sides of the divide.
Yeah.
And not until somebody gets killed, then we'll get serious. So we need to get people who lay in threats now to go after them. This is why I knock the police. If you set the right example of criminals, and not how they treat the fellow on the motorbike who wasn't resisting, do that to hardened criminals. But they're not doing it. But I don't want to sound violent. We got to talk next day. You have a good day.
No problem. And Chef will be on tomorrow, by the way. So I'll get some food to keep me calm. All right. So I'll tell you what. Before we go to the break, because we got to, and just on the point of parents, you know, maybe during the next August vacation, the Ministry of Education should carry on a parent seminar or something to that effect, where the parents of the students that go into those schools should have to make time to go. I tell you all, you know. You go see how fast they go fix the children. When they have to give up the time to go and deal with things like that, oh God. Anyway, congratulations as we're talking about the education system. We got to remember that elders, that's right, elders, congratulations on completing your CXC and CSEC exams. And if you're feeling uncertain about your next steps, look no further, because elders is excited to announce free CAPE classes, including CAPE Law, taught by the esteemed Mrs. Pamela Elder SC. So if you're disappointed with your CSEC results, don't give up. Your journey isn't over. Step into success with elders classes, where a legacy of exceptional teaching helps students rise, rebuild, and reach their full potential. And they offer a diverse range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes at affordable rates and flexible times. So explore everything that Elders has to offer. You could check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or you could reach out to them on 627, the number's on the screen, 8632, or 715-5480. Check them today. Elders, tried, trusted, and proven. We take the break. When we come back, forex and a warning from the central bank. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. we've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Okay, honey, let me call you back now. And now seeing her coming through the door, and I'm sure is the result she coming with. That's your father. He's so excited about these results. Let me see.
It's not looking very good.
Ooh, 5 in maths, 4 in English. This really not looking good. But don't worry. Just this morning, I see elders' classes advertised online, so we will go across to elders and let them put you on the right path, okay?
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at All Stars Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags, available at groceries and supermarkets. supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, so welcome back to Breaking Dawn this morning, and we are just about 1 minute past the hour, 7 o'clock. We'll get to the second hour. Don't forget we have our guests with the chess, the Olympic chess team, and they've been doing this thing in certain schools across the country. Engaging children in playing chess, encouraging them to play chess. We'll find out a little bit more about their tricks a little bit later on in this hour. In the first hour, if you just tuned in, we spoke about, on the eve of 9/11. The assassination of Charlie Kirk, a master debater, and we also spoke about the Arima North Secondary School, where an incident took place between a female student and a teacher, and that school not being one of the schools on the list of 50 where police were deployed. All right? If I'm not mistaken, one of the callers mentioned, just before I move on to the forex issue here, one of the callers mentioned in the first hour the UN initiative, which is the rights of the child, with the removal of corporal punishment in school. And if I recall well, it could either be Arima North or is it Arima West? Is there an Arima West? Chris, you know? It have an Arima West student? Is either Arima North or Arima West was one of the first schools with an incident between a student and a teacher after the removal of corporal punishment. I remember that. It have Arima West. It's 1032. All right. That's what? I don't know. Well, then it's Arima North then. Would have been the secondary school with the incident. I'd go back and double check it, but it was a school in Arima. Anyway, I cannot understand how that school is not on the list, but nevertheless. Give me the CBTT, Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. Nice. Central Bank warns against buying forex illegally. So I'm going to read you this article. Short. The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago is warning the public of the risk they face if they buy foreign exchange from unauthorized sellers. The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago posted a notice on its Facebook page and placed advertisements in the daily newspaper saying it, quote, has observed with concern an increasing number of advertisements on social media platforms purporting to offer foreign exchange to the public, end quote. The bank added that buying, selling, borrowing, and lending foreign exchange without the required authorization of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago is an offense under the Exchange Control Act. The Central Bank warned, quote, that members of the public who conduct business with unauthorized persons do so at their own risk, including the risk of non-recovery in the event of financial loss, fraud, and disputes. It urged the public to only conduct forex transactions with authorized dealers such as recognized banks, including, and they go on the list the name of banks, right? Answer Merchant, Citibank, Republic Bank, Scotiabank, the banks. Well, that's all well and good, coming out from the central bank, and it's a good thing that you could remind the public that, it's an offense under the Exchange Control Act. However, what we do when you're going on a vacation and you can only go in the bank and get 200 US? Now, I want to take you back to an article from Sunday. And this article, it's the author of the article that shocked me. Give me the forex disaster. 1. Call Mimbert and the forex disaster he created. Now, this was the headline in The Guardian. The front page of the Sunday Express. Give me forex disaster 2. Elias calls on PM to fix forex crisis. Devalue the TT dollar to $9. Now, this is what I'm saying. The author is what caught me. The author is Emily Elias. And if you know, you know. I'll leave it at that. So this is what the article said. Colm Imbert will be remembered as the worst Minister of Finance in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, but he did not act alone. For 10 years, every reckless decision he made with respect to our exchange rate was endorsed, defended, and enabled by former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. Rowley inexplicably kept him in the critical position of Minister of Finance office for almost 10 years and allowed Imbert to preside over the most destructive decade of economic management this country has ever endured. This resulted in a wrecked economy, vanishing foreign reserves, and a nation brought to its financial knees. Imbert's central blunder was abandoning the managed float system administered by the central bank that had served this country very well. A managed float would have allowed the Trinidad and Tobago dollar to decline gradually, cushioning inflation, preserving our foreign exchange reserves, and sustaining our role as the financial powerhouse of the Caribbean. Instead, Imbert locked us into a de facto fixed exchange rate with a ceiling of $6.79 to $1 US. For a decade, he made the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago sell foreign exchange cheaply, squandering our national wealth while trying to maintain a false illusion of stability. The consequences have been catastrophic. Our reserves, US $11.45 billion in 2014, have now collapsed to perilous lows. Columnists, analysts such as Ralph Parage and Dr. Terence Farrell and others have shown that once you deduct our ballooning foreign debt, our net reserves are today already effectively zero. Add to that the huge increase in Trinidad and Tobago's debt, especially and critically, our foreign debt. Worse, those foreign borrowings were mostly not for our country's development or growth. They were largely used to paper over the cracks and keep up appearances of available foreign reserves. Imbert continued to execute this illusion of an economy in good shape up to his last day in that office, before he was unceremoniously sacked by new Prime Minister Stuart Young. Today, Trinidad and Tobago is starved of foreign exchange. Critical projects that would have created jobs and growth have stalled because US dollars for imported equipment and materials simply cannot be found. A thriving, undocumented black market has emerged that is as bad as it has ever been since 1993, with the US dollar selling for as much as $9 to $1 US outside the banking system. This is Imbert's legacy: shortages, stagnation, and the rise of a shadow economy. All the while, every warning was ignored. Economists, business leaders, columnists made it clear that this policy was unsustainable. But Imbert brushed them aside. His arrogance has drained our foreign reserves, strangled our economy, and brought us to the brink of an International Monetary Fund program. And if the IMF comes, the people of this country will pay. Cuts in government spending, mass unemployment, reduced transfers and subsidies, higher water and electricity rates, and forced devaluation. That is the bitter medicine inherited by the new government, who must now resolve this critical issue before it is too late. And yet, during the last election campaign, the People's National Movement recklessly accused the United National Congress of plotting to float the TT dollar to $15 to 1. The truth is the opposite. It was Imbert who engaged in a 10-year cheap sale of foreign exchange, strangling our reserves and destroying investor confidence. History offers a clear example of what real leadership looks like. In April 1993, former late Prime Minister Patrick Manning and his then Finance Minister Wendell Motley, along with the central bank, bit the bullet and freed the currency, at the same time moving it from $4.25 to $1 US to $5.75. To put this into perspective, it cost 35% more TT dollars to buy $1 US after this was done. Today, a similar policy decision would bring us to around 9 to 1. That bold and historic step in April 1993 after decades of controls, restored faith in our economic future, attracted investment, and rebuilt reserves year after year for about 22 years. As Lloyd Best told me in 1985, quote, the correct exchange rate is 10 to 1, and if implemented, it will unleash the productive forces of the country, end quote. That wisdom is as urgent now as it was then. Madam Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa, the choice before you is stark. Do we act now by taking the difficult but necessary steps to correct 10 years of exchange rate mismanagement, or do we sit back and wait for the IMF to dictate our future in 2 years' time? Delay is the path of ruin. Yes, adjustments will be painful, but it can and must be managed with fairness and compassion. The genuine poor must be protected, while those who can afford it should shoulder more. The path forward is clear. Here are some suggestions for your consideration. And he goes on to suggest a $300 million targeted food stamp program for genuinely poor families, limited strictly to essential items. Adjustments to electricity rates, sparing low-use households, while requiring the middle and upper classes to pay more. An immediate increase in the minimum wage to $26 per hour, with further increases over the next 2 years, with a target of $30 per hour, lifting thousands of workers out of poverty. No matter the crocodile tears of wealthy business owners living in luxury while paying very low wages. But let us not fool ourselves. Tinkering at the edges or shifting who gets scarce foreign exchange will not solve this crisis. Diversification and dreams of a natural gas and oil boom years away cannot save us if the Trinidad and Tobago dollar remains grotesquely overvalued. Only a decisive correction of the exchange rate will do. Madam Prime Minister, history has placed this responsibility on your shoulders. Please empower the governor of the central bank to manage the monetary policy, interest rates, and exchange rates, while your Minister of Finance focuses on fiscal responsibility, the national budget and levels of spending. If you act decisively, your legacy will be that of the leader who restored sanity to the exchange rate, eliminated the black market, rebuilt reserves, and restored Trinidad and Tobago's credibility. Overnight, the black market would disappear, exports would rise, investment inflows would increase, and demand would normalize once citizens and businesses alike knew they could reliably access US dollars through the banking system, but at the correct price. This nation cannot forget that it was Colm Imbert who, as Minister of Finance, was the architect of this crisis, but he was enabled by many others who are the co-owners of this destruction. Together, they squandered a decade and sabotaged our economic future for political gain. Madam Prime Minister, the country is watching. Please act with courage, honesty, and foresight. Save Trinidad and Tobago. Move the rate to 9 to 1 now. That is an article written by Emile Elias, of all people. Yeah. And like I say, if you know, you know. Why I am very surprised that Emile Elias jumped out and apparently gave his thoughts on this foreign exchange problem. But yes, we cannot forget that it is Colm Imbert that created this. The entire state of the economy. So while standing on a platform talking about the government makes so much promises and the government, and there are no money, you was the Minister of Finance for the last 10 years. You mismanaged the affairs of the country. You put us in this position. The government of the day now has to solve the problems. Now, moving the rate to 9 to 1, I might have Ved Siriram on next week. I'll contact him over the weekend, and we can have a discussion on that as it relates to this particular situation, because it's not just the lack of foreign exchange, it's everything that the lack of foreign exchange, oh gosh, it's, what was I going to say about lose my train of thought? Good boy, Genko for me, boy. Yeah, it's what the lack of foreign exchange creates, all right, from an economic standpoint holistically. But I'm going to the phone lines here, 327-7400. We are 15 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. I know a lot of people have their concerns, a lot of people travel, a lot of people, the banks have been coming down on the amount of US currency that you can access on your credit cards and so on and so forth. And it just keeps going down and down and down. Now, the Minister of Finance did say, and I think he responded to this article, saying, listen, there will be no devaluation of the dollar. Whether that's a good move or not, I'm going to talk to Ved about that next week. But 327-7400, the phone line is open, and you could call and you could weigh in on the discussion and share your thoughts on what you just heard there. Because I just found it interesting that why the central bank is warning us not to purchase on the black market. Some people are left with no choice. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good day. How are you going?
I'm just fine, man. What are your thoughts?
Just one thing you said about that that article there when they across the board, well, not across the board, but they're gonna paying for the electricity. They're gonna look at the households and the youths and the rich and whatever. And poor. Here, what? I am like a lower middle class, but I use my electricity wisely and everything, and I hope they come with a good evaluation method, unlike the failed property tax when they wanted to evaluate, and that's my thoughts for today.
Okay. All right.
Come better with that kind of evaluation if they need to look at that, because I see some of the poorer people, how they use electricity, how they leave lights on, and you can't be doing that, You have to really consider the rate and the units you're using or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
Man, take it easy.
No problem. And I'm glad that Emil Elias mentioned the IMF, because the opposition keep claiming that this government would put us into the hands of the IMF. But you could only make that claim if you know the true state of the economy and where you left it. You understand what I'm saying? Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, no, he said the right thing. A lack of foreign exchange. His method of fixing that now is what I have no confidence in. You can't devalue the dollar because the price of everything will go up and Trinidad will suffer. The way to fix the lack of foreign exchange is to increase manufacturing. Is to open back up the industrial estate both at Point Lizas and Labre to start manufacturing and start bringing in foreign exchange, because that is what is lacking. To start the tourism industry. Fix up from Manzanilla all the way down to Ragari, so we'll have sunsea and sands for foreigners when they come in. Open new hotels and all sort of things. Get into manufacturing of food items and carrying them, so the farmers will now have a market now to bring the items through. So there are many methods on how we grow foreign exchange. And this is what they're not focusing on. All they're talking about the value and appreciate. They don't want to appreciate and they don't want to adopt the US dollar as the currency of choice. So we have to grow the foreign exchange. And this is what we have to open back all of this. Bring back ArcelorMittal and all of these companies that they closed down, that they shut down the industrial estate. Bring back these things. Go back into construction and start all sort of things happening. So it'll increase the work market and employment. And people will begin to thrive. There are lots of things we could talk about, but many of the politicians only want to talk politics and they want to talk solutions. You have a good day.
All right, no problem. Yeah, but I mean, he did throw out some solutions, but I think one of the things he's saying with kickstarting all of those sectors is that, especially with the construction sector and other sectors, is that you need the foreign currency in order to purchase material, and you don't have it. It's not accessible to the quantities that people need, and therefore it is hurting the sectors and so on and so forth. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. So we have a lot of foreign companies operating in Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yeah.
Whatever profits they make and franchise, whatever, purchasing of goods and all that, they do it in US.
Right.
Which is creating a drain, yes, agreed, right? But as how to say this, as a trade-off, what they should do is, how about they pay the human resource in US? When they buy local products, when they buy fuel, when they buy whatever parts, anything they need to buy for their company, right? Even contract work, they should pay in US, right? And that way they will also bring in US into the country, right? They can't be just taking out US. They should at least pay all human resource in US.
All right.
Right, and that way you'll create that flow.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. All right, just getting some thoughts here. Just sharing thoughts. We'll see what happens when the budget comes around. It's almost there. We're on the doorstep of that. But I would have Ved Siriram on next week to kind of get into this topic and see what we could do about this forex problem. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning, Stefan.
Morning, go ahead.
I hear you talking about this black market, where the central bank advising people not to buy on the black market.
Yes.
But why didn't the central bank tell the banks, people who have US dollars in their bank account, give them access to the US dollars? It's their money.
You don't have access to your own US dollars in your account?
Well, Stefan, that is happening a little while now.
Really?
If you go and ask for 500, they put you on a waiting list. For your own money, Stefan.
For your own money?
What's Stefan going on a little while now?
No, but I do have a US account, so I do have a US account, so I don't know.
But that's going on in all the banks. You cannot get it the same day. You have to come back the next day and wait. Put your name on a list. Another thing, Stefan, why I think this government must need to increase the duties and taxes on certain luxury goods so that we will not look to buy these luxury goods. Who have the money, let them buy the big expensive cars, drink the brandy, the Johnny Walker blue and black and yellow.
Okay.
Let that increase that, so you're bringing down the foreign exchange, the demand for those things like the luxury goods. You have to do that, Stefan. We in a crisis, they say.
Yeah.
We have to do different things differently.
Yeah.
When you go and watch the kind of people sometimes who buy brandy in your grocery and things, sometimes I just shake my head. I can't even afford that, Stefan.
People have this tendency of spending above their means.
But correct, we have to. And if you can't spend above your means, guess what's happening? You're crying.
Exactly, because you're going to end up in debt.
I want to live. I want to drink Johnny Walker Blue. I want to drink brandy. You understand? I want an iPhone. These bandits, and then that is what they do.
Yeah.
They want the best. They want the best.
Yeah.
Okay, Stefan.
Thanks a lot. No, it's true. People on the lower end of the economic ladder tend to spend above their means, and people on the higher end of the economic ladder spend within their means. That's why they always have money. Well, one of the reasons. Not a total. Morning.
A very, very good morning to you, Stefan.
Yep, what's up?
What the caller just said is totally true.
Wow.
We had a little bit of US in our bank at time, right, in Trinidad. Not much, little bit. Started a thing trying to save some US for travel purposes. And when we wanted US, we had to practically beg the bank for your own money. Eventually, we was able, we know somebody and we eventually get the money, and that was it. We closed the account. But the funniest thing about US is when these dotish people say, if your family come from away, it is illegal to buy US from them. All US.
I remember that. Morning.
Stefan, good morning.
Morning.
This thing with the bank. If you have a US account, that caller was correct. If you have a US account and you go to the bank, you have to line up. And it's if they tell you can get USF from your own money.
That is insane.
And
That is your
only
money.
get a certain amount. And if you don't have an account, and you have to show them your itinerary that you are traveling, and then you will get if it's 300 this week or 300 in
Yeah, but I know about that one.
But the sweetest part of it is when you coming back, they give you this immigration form on the plane and they ask you to declare what you bought. What could you buy with $300?
I have absolutely no idea. But I know about that with the $300.
And then they have a cap on the credit card and all kind of drama. So
yeah,
you really, what central bank really want people to do?
I don't know what they want people to do. People have to get the money. People have to get the US to travel somehow or the other. Yeah, look. Bernard, you pick up on it. Bernard say, wait, is Elias bad talking in both and the PNM? Yes, I am in shock. I'm telling you, I was in shock when I see the article. In shock. Listen, my jaw dropped so. Morning. Like I said, you know. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, yes. I'm calling from New York, right? That is true for the people staying there. When you have a U.S. account in Trinidad, you can never go and withdraw whatever you want. Because the last time I was in Trinidad, I went to even get my allowance that when supposed to give me the $200 to come here, and they tell me that I supposed to put my name on a list 3 months before I travel for me to get $200
You
to come to
cannot be
America.
serious.
Yes, and I had to end up coming back to America without no money. It's the lucky thing I could have handled it.
Wow.
Yeah. The blank fee, they tell me I supposed to come the 3 months before and put my name.
That
So I
is
have to
madness.
notify them that I have to notify them 3 months before that I go in away and give them a date in order for me to get $200, the allowance that they say I supposed to have for me to travel. They didn't give me $1, not even $1.
Wow.
Yes, that's Scotiabank.
But
Just give me
this thing
$1.
real bad.
Yeah. Even though you have your own money in the bank in US dollars and you want, you tell them you want $1,000 US, they're telling you, Franco, you cannot get your $1,000. They're telling you that.
Nah, man. That is.
Yes.
They have a policy that the bank has a policy that allows them to do that.
They say that central bank. What else?
Huh? I gotta find out about that. I'll go deal with this with Fancy Ram next week.
Yeah, better deal with that. That's what the government have to work on. You know what I mean?
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Okay. No, I had to talk to Fed about this next week because I had to get him on. This is insane. This is nah. And you know what's the problem? We have such a bad forex problem, and the vast majority of people in this country who do not need foreign exchange or who do not travel much and that kind of thing and have to go to the bank to request it, they have no idea the disaster that we're facing, you know. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
What going on, brother? Talk to us.
I thought you knew about that. You
No,
$US
not if you have your US money in a US account. I know about going to the bank and you have to give them the itinerary and that kind of thing, and you can only get $200-300. I know about that. But I don't have a US account, but I didn't know they was restricting people from their own money.
Yes, that's going on years now. You have a US account in Trinidad and Tobago with your US dollars in it, and they cannot access it.
That's madness.
They cannot touch your own money.
That's
madness. That is why individuals with significant funds of US dollars takes a plane to America
and bank
opens
outside.
a US bank account and bank the US in America.
In America.
They bank online and they have the US credit card and the US bank card, and they do transactions in Trinidad and Tobago to have access to the US money. Right?
Okay.
That was individual significant funds, either acquired by selling assets or selling the shares on the stock exchange, etc., etc. And that is what people does.
Wow. Okay.
And who's in society knows what is happening in this place.
Yeah. I didn't know about I really didn't know. You see, I do have a US account. So I didn't know that when you have to get money out of your US account, which is your money, I didn't know the bank was restricting you from accessing your own money. That's madness. I cannot understand how could it have a policy that allows the bank to tell you can't get your own money. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning, my dear. Go ahead.
Over here, Emile Elias for the past 9 years made a commentary about the foreign exchange and about what the government should do.
Not a word.
Have you ever given any advice to Colum and the Prime Minister?
Not that I could recall.
I know Kamala doesn't listen to them. Those businessmen are probably feeling the crunch now. So to inflate the dollar will put more TT money back in their pocket so they could control the foreign exchange. We ain't buying that.
That's it. I'll talk to Fancy Ram about it next week. Yeah. Thanks a lot. But yeah, we haven't heard from him. I mean, I can't remember hearing anything from him over the last 9 years. I was very shocked when I see this article. Now, it's not to say that he may not have tried to advise and they ignored him, and maybe that's where they fell out or whatever the case might be. But, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Hello, good morning. Final caller.
Yes, Stefan.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
I spoke to you last week concerning these electric mopeds and bicycles and scooters.
Oh, yes.
I remember yesterday when I tried calling in yesterday when Pitt was there, but, you know, I couldn't get in.
All right.
So,
yeah, go ahead. I'll listen to you.
So that we, the public out here, could know what's happening.
All right. Next week, I will remember to call you when they're on.
All right.
Because that's what I did with the guy who called in yesterday with the issue with the fella with the bike. With the bike incident with the police. Yeah. Right. I called him so that he could have addressed the matter directly to Pitt and them. Because I know and then we didn't really take calls after that. But I will remember next week to call you. Just send me a message the day before.
Okay.
And I will call you before the program, as soon as I bring in, whether it's Pitt or Greenwich, I will have you on the phone line.
Right, okay.
All right.
Take care.
No problem, man. Yeah, all right. What's that? I'm going to check my phone here. Yeah, wait. Yeah, WhatsApp. I'm looking at WhatsApp here. Who are looking for? Right. All right. All right, that's now, eh? No, but I didn't know about the part with your own account and that kind of thing, eh? I really didn't know about that part, but I know about the restrictions in the bank and, oh God, what is going on? Where do we? All right, let me just call the GM. The GM say call him. All right, we have some guests coming up. After this, we got to take the break because we got the guests coming up. But we'll call him here. We'll do our calling. You see, I know learning about this. So you're traveling and thing now, and you need to. Before when I was traveling regular, I would not have needed to on WhatsApp. That's going to be a Herculean task. Let me see if I get through here now. Because you know this phone line does ring non-stop, eh? Right, yeah. Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wobby, go ahead. Share the information.
With this topic you're dealing with, there are a couple of things that you missed in the whole process.
Yeah.
You know, with Synergy, we have during the carnival, we have a lot of visitors from other countries that come in and support us and that kind of thing.
Yes.
A couple of them raised some issues with me as it relates to the banking. Now, they would have foreign US bank accounts where they're using the debit or the credit cards. And what they have found is in using it for transactions in Trinidad during the carnival period, one pointed out to me that when he got back, he had over $345 in charges. What he realized in investigating it through his bank is that every bank in Trinidad and Tobago has a different set of charges for use of a U.S. account in Trinidad, and it only applies to Trinidad because they can use it in other Caribbean territories, use the U.S. card, and just get a basic transaction charge, versus if you use your card and you take out cash, you pay like a $5 charge. If you use your card and you spend it on anything like a regular video call, a regular Visa transaction, you only pay you pay a fixed standard fee. However, for Trinidad and Tobago, every brand bank has a different charge. So one bank will charge you a $10 transaction fee, the other one will charge you a $7 transaction fee, the other one will charge you a $3 transaction fee. So depending on using your card down here, even as a visitor, you come to Trinidad, you use your card, but the charges that amount from banks, local banks, for the use of a foreign card, it varies. It's not regulated. It's not standard.
Wow.
And that is one of the things that they have pointed out to me in coming here, as opposed to going to other islands and working. And these are people that work during the festivals, come to Trinidad, do the work, and then go to another island and do work and stuff. And when they get back home and look at the charges, they're seeing a statement that reflects a certain amount of charges, which is unique to this country.
Wow. You see what I mean? I would not have known that. I mean, you would know.
One other thing. If you're going to travel from Trinidad and you need to show your itinerary at the bank, but beyond showing your itinerary, if you have an account with the bank and you go to your bank to say, I'm traveling, here is my itinerary, I need to get some US. Unless you have that TT equivalent in your account, you cannot go over the counter. Even though you have an account with them, you cannot go over the counter and purchase US with it through your account. You have to deposit it, wait 24 hours, and then go back, get yourself on the list to get that transaction. That is it. The banks will tell you, listen, unless the money is in your account, you can't come over the counter with it. So if you just get your salary and you're looking to travel and you have your itinerary, you have to take that money, deposit it into the bank. It has to stay there for a minimum of 24 hours before you can access it to get your US purchase. You can't put your money in over the counter and say, well, yes, I have an account. Here's my funds in TT dollars. I need to buy the US. That is the level of inconveniences we have as citizens in doing US transactions.
Wow.
I just thought they should be aware of all of those things.
But this is yeah. You see, I don't do that. I don't really do those type of transactions regularly now. I know when I'm traveling, yes. I go. You know what I mean. But to hear the situation is way worse than people even think it is. Then.
Exactly.
Because we don't, when we go up the islands, there is no shortage of US.
No.
There is no shortage of anything up the islands in terms of currency, foreign currency. Right? Trinidad and Tobago seems to be the only island in the Caribbean suffering from this.
There is no shortage, but our currency has no value. Are they well aware in these islands?
Yeah, that's the next thing.
You can walk into Republic Bank in Barbados or First Citizens Bank in Barbados, which is, both banks are primarily on Trinidad and Tobago government is the major shareholder, but they will not accept TT money for you from you in Barbados in Republic Bank or in First Citizens Bank.
Wow.
They will do no TT transaction with you in Barbados, although they have established branches there.
And hence the reason why Ralph Gonsalves say monopoly money.
Yes.
All right,
I'm saying this based on experience, based on having been there, walking to a bank saying, listen, I need to change this. Is your bank, it's a Trinidad and Tobago bank, you have Trinidad and Tobago citizen, you have Trinidad and Tobago dollars, and that the banks are primarily the major shareholder of these two banks that have branches in these islands are the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a problem. This definitely is a disaster. It needs to be fixed quickly.
It's the reason why I felt I need to call, because I think a lot of those conversations, people go over people's head because they haven't directly experienced it, so they don't understand some of the problems and challenges we face.
Yeah, it's like the other day when I said something I was talking about, and I say it's only now a real. Oh, was it the airport thing now? I think it was yesterday with the airport, but I was mistaken with the car park. But other little things that you experience the first time, and you say, well, wait, why this so, or why you had to go through this process? And this process can be simplified by doing this. And then you realize, but wait now, we real lacking and we real far behind. Because
yes.
So it's only sometime when you experience it directly that you could, you know what I mean. But thanks for calling in, man.
No problem.
All right. So that's the GM there, O'Brien Haynes, giving a little insight there as well into some of the difficulties people are facing as it relates to foreign exchange in Trinidad and Tobago. And even, the value or lack of value of the Trinidad and Tobago dollar outside of Trinidad. So I tell you what, but we got to go to the break because I have the guest here with us and we're going to get to them. I think it's an interesting, two very interesting gentlemen, and they have a terrific initiative on, and we want to share that initiative with you. And before we do that, I want to remind you about Eden Heights very quickly. So Eden Heights Clinic, of course, is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, offering a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, colon hydrotherapy, and more. They also offer consultation services in arthritis, child counseling, diabetes, detox programs, high blood pressure, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. And you could check them out at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You can also WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at enightdistributors@gmail.com. And we also want to remind you about Flow. That's right. So when we're talking about security, we're talking about flow armor. That's right. So get non-stop protection with Armor Security with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security, protection that moves to your beat. Visit discoverflow.co for details. And with that, we take a break. When we come back, we will have our guests with us. Stay tuned.
Cricket is Caribbean passion, pure energy and pride. That's why Flow is proud to be the official telecommunications partner of the Trinbago Knight Riders for CPL 2025. Get a chance to win all-inclusive finals home lines when you sign up for the Everything You Need plan. Plus, enjoy 25% off for 6 months. One identity, one beat, one rhythm. Visit discoverflow.co to learn more. Promotion approved by the NLCB. Terms and conditions apply.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Boy, oh boy, what are going on? Are you looking stressed out? Why, if you need no real pressure right now, trying to register for my associate degree. It's real expensive, plus I have no maths. I didn't pass maths. Real pressure. I don't know what to do right here. How are you looking happy, so? But I must be happy. I get all my subjects, plus I get one in law. So I'm looking to go and register to do my law degree right now. Serious? But why you didn't do Form 6 like me? In LS, it's free, plus your parents could save money for your university as well. And you could even do your maths at the same time. I could do over my maths? I'm telling you. Let me go now and register. I have to go and sign up for it. But you sticking, you should have come here a long time, you know. Right? I'm so glad you told me about this. I'm really thankful. Like,
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com. Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Open minds education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open minds education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, and as you can see here, we have some boards here with some chess and some of the pieces, the pawns and the knights and the bishops and the king and the queen and everything, and the rook, everything set up there. Now, nothing can change with the name of the pieces, right? Because I know people have changed all kind of thing over time. Nothing in evolved. It's still the same names as are called, right? Nice, lovely. All right, so this is a game that many people take up as a hobby. Some people take it up as a sport. Ryan in particular has explained to me that this is his career in terms of teaching chess. I've never came across anybody in that particular sphere, that career. So we have Frank Sears, Hans Busch from Germany, and we also have Ryan Harper. All right? Now they all teach the game of chess, which is a very interesting game. It's a thinking game. It's a game where you really have to analyze and think before you act. All right? We live in a society as well where people often act before they think. And this is a game that teaches you patience as well. So we also live in a society, and I tie this into societal issues too, because this is the whole thing. We always talk about sport and youths engaging in sport and the discipline that sports brings, because every sport is a discipline, including board games like chess and draft, checkers, things like that, right? But this is a more thinking game than draft, I would say. All right? Haven't played the both, and I'm very sure that you all have as well. Okay, so first off, we'll start with Hans here from Germany. Hans, how you got involved in playing chess, and how did you end up in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, I get involved with chess. Really, with chess was 1972, as Mr. Fischer played against Mr. Spassky. And a partner or a friend of the family gave me the book, the whole book of the games. And then I start to eat the exciting stuff what is on the chessboard and the magic what coming out.
Okay. You know, you talk about the excitement of playing chess, right?
Yes.
And most people who do not know the game or don't understand the game, they'll say excited.
But it's not a boring game.
You understand?
There's magic also.
Right.
And there I came to chess and more to chess, joined a chess club in Germany.
Right.
And then now I'm in Trinidad.
So how did you end up? How did you end up here? Who connected with you in terms of, you know, that conversation and you coming to Trinidad and Tobago to?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I came to Trinidad and Tobago 2001, first time. Job-wise in Point Lisas. Then 2006, I get involved with the Southern Chess Club. I got a warm welcome. I play chess, they play chess. We speak the same language.
Right. And you now reside in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, you are married?
Nice.
All right, nice man.
So nice, wonderful.
Well, he play a different kind of chess, boy.
Yeah.
All right? He checkmate, boy.
Yeah.
All right, so you get married and think, now you live in Trinidad.
Yeah, I get married because I play chess, right?
All right, nice man. So all right, that's a little bit on hands. We have Frank here. Frank, what you know?
History about me and chess?
You might, yeah.
Little history about me and chess. I've been playing chess over 60 years, 60.
Okay.
Yeah. I fell in love with the game. I taught myself the game. And then I formed a club, Southern Chess Club, which is 85 years old.
Okay.
And I became president, all kind of roles in chess. I represented the country, not only locally, but all over the world. And now I have virtually handed over the club to a new committee.
Right.
And I'm still involved in trading and playing chess at some point in time.
Okay, great man.
I've been to the prisons teaching chess, with the National Association and doing all sorts of things with chess.
Okay. Now, outside of that, what do you do?
I'm a retired person. I used to be a trade unionist.
Oh, a trade unionist.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
cool, man. Now you're teaching chess in schools?
We do that sometimes, but
Sometimes.
we have our own club, and we rather people turn up at the club because of the atmosphere and teach them 6-year-olds right up to retired people.
Okay, great, man. And talking about teaching, Ryan Harper down to the end here. Ryan actually teaches, you teach chess. This is your career, this is your job.
Yes.
That's your job.
Yeah.
All right, so how did you make this, how is this profitable? This is what I'm trying to understand. Like, okay, there are coaches, okay. You know, you have coaches in football, you have coaches in cricket, you have coaches in all types of sports. And you teach chess for a living.
But there are people who teach football and cricket and stuff for
Yeah.
a living.
Yeah, but it's a big money sport. Those are big money sports. Like where does the money come from in chess then?
Well, I mean, people want to learn. There are a lot of people who want to learn, and I mean, chess in schools. There are a lot of schools across the country.
True. Good point.
So, just as how you could have a football program where parents sign up their children to do football or to do cricket, they sign their children up to do chess.
And where are you from?
I'm from Woodbrook. I live around here.
Oh, you live around Woodbrook, all right. You live around the same area I live, and you from South, and and you're from San Fernando.
Pleasantville.
And he from Germany. He come from Germany, and I'm in Pleasantville. All right. So in terms of teaching, how many people do you feel you've taught since you're teaching chess?
That's a hard question.
That's a hard question.
Oh, because it's a lot. No.
Yeah. So there is a lot of people that are interested in the game of chess.
Yeah, I mean, chess is a kind of game that stimulates strategical thinking, you know. So, I mean, if you're a parent and you're thinking, you know, I would really like my child to get better in strategical thinking and critical thinking from early.
Yeah.
And chess is the way to go.
And that's a good point that you made here. That's actually what I want to ask. Like, okay, when I learned to play chess, obviously not on the level that you guys on, but you know, as you're growing up, you're a child, you get certain things for Christmas or your birthday or whatever, right? So you might get a board, it might come with, you know, you might get a chess game, right? And then you got to learn the game. Some people self-taught, right? They will learn how to, all right, the pawn moves either here or here, 1 or 2 blocks, right? The knight jumps like that, the rook goes horizontal and vertical, the bishop goes diagonal, the king could only move 1 tile at a time, the queen could move anyhow, right? So you understand the movements of each piece,
yeah.
Right? Each piece. But how do you teach strategy? Because strategy is really on the individual that playing the game.
Well,
in terms of the way that they see the board and the way that they think and the way they apply each move.
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes some time, but Frank is going to answer that question.
Frank, answer the question. Frank, talk to us. You're the trade unionist. You go ahead. Strategy.
Represents life.
Okay.
Life has challenges of its own.
Okay.
When you play on a chessboard, your opponent is going to give you challenges. You have to figure out what to do about those challenges.
Right.
You may win or lose, you may do it best or whatever. And you learn from there. You have to strategize more. You have to be more tactical in this aspect, as the case may be.
Okay.
Then you learn from the grandmasters, as the case may be. Why trying this? Why trying that? And you learn from there and you improve. I'll tell you this. Children who play chess at an early age are always good at the SCA exam whenever they come.
Really?
I'll tell you one little thing. Every chess game that you play, problem solving. Your opponent gives you problems to solve.
It's true.
You have to solve it.
as well. Yeah.
When you do an SCA, that's another chess game.
Okay.
So when you play 100 chess games before you enter SCA, who do you think is going to come on top? As a matter of fact, the top schools, especially those in South, over the last few years, that come on top in chess, in the SCA, have chess programs.
Really? How many schools in Trinidad and Tobago have chess programs as opposed to how many don't have?
Another question.
Yeah.
That's an exact question.
Yeah.
But right now, how
It's a
many?
lot.
More private schools.
How many schools are now under your program?
Well, I have two programs.
Oh,
okay.
So I have a program under Jumbo Chess, which has 25 schools.
Okay.
And then I myself do chess in, I think it's 9 schools.
9. Okay, okay, but we obviously have more programs in other schools. We have programs in other schools.
Yeah,
it's not just as limited to the 9 that you are involved with, right?
Yeah, because there are other coaches who do chess full time.
Okay, great.
What doesn't?
No, great.
What doesn't?
Yeah. No,
You start ask about strategy, how to learn strategy, or how to teach strategy.
Right.
Particular for youngsters who just learning writing and calculating. And you start with small pieces, only with 2 pawns and the king, and how to come the king, how to come the pawn on the other side to get the. At first, when you come on the other side, you win.
Yes.
Then you put more on top. You see, when you come on the other side, you can get the next piece, a queen.
Right.
But that's not strategy. That's just how many pieces.
Yeah, so it starts.
But I mean, in terms of chess, just like any other sport, I mean, you would find there's a lot of material on how to teach chess. I don't know if you ever heard this before, right? They say that the book that is printed the most around the world is the Bible.
Yeah.
And second to that is chess.
Seriously?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
I don't know if it's still the same, but I suspect it is still the same.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you can find many books. So I mean, you can if you're as a coach, you don't have to go and make up how to teach strategy. You can have material that probably helps you to learn strategy, and you can use that same material to teach children how to improve
strategize,
strategy and how to strategize in chess. So you're not making it up. It's coming from professionals.
You know they have a saying, this is chess, not checkers?
Yeah.
You know that saying, right? This is chess, not checkers, right?
Yeah.
And that usually applies to almost everything. From let's say business, strategy is a chess game.
Definitely.
Politics is a game of chess.
Definitely.
Your love life. Somewhat. All right, somewhat, huh? But no, I mean, chess, it applies to almost everything in life. And I think the reason why, Del Toro, big up Del Toro for reaching out to me. The reason why I said, yeah, bring them on, man, because I just think that now, like a lot of things that we see in the schools, right? We like to focus on, people focus on the negative stuff. So we'll focus on the negative stuff for the young people and that kind of thing, right? But I think it's initiatives like this that takes the time that somebody could be creating mischief and puts them into a more focused ambitious environment or something more positive then.
Yeah.
So okay, let me ask this now. You're teaching in the schools and other places as well. You all are involved as well.
In the club itself.
Right. So is there well, obviously there will be, but how many competitive
if you hold a
tournaments are there?
Secondary school tournament.
How many?
You get a couple of hundred people, kids taking part.
Serious?
Secondary school. Primary
Right.
school, same thing.
Primary school, same thing. All right. So there are significant tournaments that take place
yes.
throughout the course of the year.
Oh yes.
All right, and they are well attended, and
yes.
so what level would you say our best players are on in terms of measuring them against the international standard? If we
Best
could.
players of what level?
On
At our highest level.
highest level that Trinidad and Tobago has. Like, are we on par, or are we getting to where the international standard is?
Depends on what you mean by international.
In terms of the structure, everything.
I would say
I
at
know.
least better, at least good or better than the best English-speaking country in the Caribbean, which is
Really?
Jamaica.
Okay.
To start with, we have a couple of guys trying to become grandmasters at any point in time now.
Oh, right. So there are levels to this. You have grandmasters, you have masters.
International master.
You have, okay, all right.
He's a 9-time national champion and he's a FIDE master.
A what master?
World Body Approved Master.
Okay.
World Body Approved Master. I am also a candidate master, World Body, but that is a lower level. So there are 4 levels. Candidate master, FIDE master, international master, and international grandmaster.
International grandmaster. And Hans, where do you fall?
I play chess.
Oh, so you don't fall in no category. You say I play chess.
No,
You don't play
no. Once,
all chess players.
Once I was the club champion. 2009, I was the club champion from Southern Chess Club.
Okay.
But a little bit by mistake, but I make it.
All right, nice one. So what, you know, like at the clubs that you all teach at, like how do people get on to you guys if they're interested in having the kids sign up, that kind of thing, to come and learn the game of chess? You know, how do they get in contact with you guys?
Website, banners.
Which website?
Southern Chess Club has a website.
Okay, so you can go to the Southern Chess Club has a website that you can check out.
National Association supposed to have a website.
National Association has a website. And Ryan, what about you?
Yeah,
like in terms of your services and stuff, if there are schools watching and they say, hey, you know, there's a terrific initiative. We want to get our kids involved in it. We want a teacher.
Yeah. So I mean, I have 2 outlets. I have Brainiacs Chess Academy. Which is on Instagram.
Brainiacs.
Yeah.
Chess Academy. Brainiacs Chess Academy.
And then we have Jumbo Chess. That is also on Instagram, and we have email.
Jumbo Chess.
Contacting me is easy. My phone number is everywhere.
Okay.
I can give a number.
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free.
730-4019.
730-4019 people.
Yeah, so any schools that are interested in having chess in their schools, they can contact us. We have a team of coaches.
Right. And this is a game that stimulates, well, outside of strategy and everything, it also memory. Focus, memory.
Improves their focus.
Right.
Creative thinking.
Yeah.
So a chess player ends up being confident and creative.
Okay. And I mean, that's things that you want, that's things that you would want your child to be growing up. You want them to be confident. Yes. You want them to be critical thinkers. I mentioned at the top of the show, you know, so often we have people in society that depend on other people to tell them how to think. So they would base an opinion or formulate an opinion based on what that person says without even having an opinion really of their own. This is a game that changes that. Hans, you want to add something?
Yeah, I want to add something because manners, respect, and fair play belongs also to this.
That's right, manners, respect, and fair play.
And on top, fun is also involved.
Nice man, you can't leave out the next F, fun. Yeah. It is a fun game. We can't forget that. Games are meant to be fun, whether it is a thinking game or just, you know, or Ludo. Let me put it that way. All right, man, you throw the dice. You throw the dice and you move, you know what I mean? This is a totally different thing, but, you know, in learning to play this game and playing this game in the time that I had, that I used to play it, I haven't played chess in years, but playing this game, it really teaches you certain things, eh? It teaches you a lot. But you've got to be focused. You have to be focused when you're playing this game. You cannot be distracted. You understand? And once again, it ties back into life. If you want to achieve success in life, you have to be focused in life. You cannot be distracted. There will be distractions in life. You have to learn how to just kind of tune that out and stay focused on what you're trying to achieve, and then you're going to get there, you're going to achieve it. So it's a game that to me, for a lot of young people, and I think people should get involved with this from as young as possible.
Yeah, the earlier the better.
The earlier the better, because it instills certain things in you, and as you mature, you know what I mean, you have these you know, the benefits of chess, man, a thinking game, a man's game, a woman's game too.
The worst case scenario is you have some young children who know outsmarting the parents.
But that could be
that could be the worst case scenario. But I mean, you bring up your children well. they'll be fine and they'll be intelligent and they'll make very good decisions along the way.
Along the way.
Because they're going to strategize and, and think before they make their move.
All right, great. Now, we just have about a minute. Anything finally you want to add?
Not really, just that it's such a beautiful game. The thing is, you can't blame anybody, neither the turf, the bowler, the umpire, anybody but yourself.
But yourself. Responsibility, accepted responsibility for your shortcomings and your mistakes. That's very important. You can't point your finger at nobody else. Yeah, Hans, anything you want to add?
Yeah, Southern Chess Club in San Fernando, Mora Avenue, each Friday evening at 6 o'clock. We have a little
Friday
training, a play day. We have a play day.
Nice one. All right.
I've joined into a few of them.
You're what?
I've joined into a few of them.
All right, nice one. All right. So make sure and check out these guys. Get involved. Southern Chess Club. Jumbo Chess, you said?
Yeah, Jumbo Chess and Brainiac's Chess Academy.
And Brainiac's Chess Academy. Check it out. It's all over social media, Facebook, Instagram. And we're going to take our final break this morning, come back with the birthdays, and then wrap up. But thanks a lot, guys, for coming out. And interesting game. Learn it today, man. Get your children involved. It's chess, not checkers. All right? We'll be back after this.
This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say that. Downers Educational Institute is the top private school in Trinidad and Tobago with 35 years experience and tremendous student success. One of the most trusted education providers in the industry. Downers offers full-time day school classes for forms 1 to 5 and evening classes for primary level standards 2 to 5, secondary level forms 1 to 5, and also classes for adults and repeaters. For CSEC, Downers covers the business subjects and is one of the few private schools that offer the science subjects, physics, chemistry, and biology as well. Online classes are currently being offered in all areas. However, Downers Educational is flexible and will adjust as the situation changes to offer both online and in-person schooling. They also offer affordable pricing and flexible payment plans. Downers Educational, located at number 92 Charlotte Street, Port of Spain. Call 627-9491 or WhatsApp 737-8006 and 471-0477. Visit their website, downerseducationalinstitute.com. Email downersedu@gmail.com or find them on Facebook at Downers Educational Institute. Downers Educational, offering success through quality education.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Okay, honey, let me call you back now. And now seeing her coming through the door, and I'm sure is the results she's coming with. That's your father. He's so excited about these results. Let me see.
It's not looking very good.
Ooh. 5 in maths, 4 in English. This really not looking good. But don't worry. Just this morning, I see elders' classes advertised online. So we will go across to elders and let them put you on the right path, okay?
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're back. We're going to wrap things up for this morning. As we prepare to do so, just before we do, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, 5, yeah.
All right, so we got five birthdays. And pop the flyer for me now. Yeah, put it up now. Because this weekend, the RSRR production team is headed to Cipriani College. And you don't leave foul to watch corn. All I remember that, you don't leave foul to watch corn. They were at Naparima Bowl over the weekend. past. They were at Queen's Hall the weekend before. And they are at Cipriani College, are going to this one. Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th of September. Showtime is 8:30 p.m. on Saturday and 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. All right, and the box office, of course, is open. And the box office is open from 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. So you can make sure and go get your tickets to come out at Cipriani College and take in the play. All right, you could also get your tickets at K Squared in West Mall, Eastgate Mall, Trin City, and Brentwood Mall in Chaguanas. And you can also you can check out Alextronics in Arima and Jabali Railway. All right, they have tickets as well. All right, so make sure and check them out. It's a new scandalous comedy about love, betrayal, and best friends. And I tell you what, it is on Cipriani College this Saturday and Sunday. I will be there. All right? King Cock in full motion. Nice. So I tell you what, we got some birthdays here. We're going to get to that. Happy 19th birthday to Romario Manuel from his parents, Rajin and Rashma, and his two brothers, and they want to wish you a happy birthday. All right? So, Romario, happy birthday to you, man. Also, this one I have two. Right. Happy 9th birthday going out to Aria from Mom Wahida, Daddy Junior, Sister Sophia and Nia, and Grandma Monica, Auntie Marsha, and Uncle Rory. And they love you and they wish you many, many more to come. And her birthday is actually today. She loves Breaking Dawn. All right, nice man. And she hopes she is chosen for the birthday greeting today. Well, we don't choose, you know. As when people send it, we send a shout out. So Aria, happy birthday to you, and thanks for being a fan of the show. Nice. We have young fans, you know. Happy birthday to Richard Gobin. May God continue to bless you with good health, long life, and a lifetime of happiness. This is coming from the entire Gobin family, and they all love you. Nice man, Richard Gobin. We also have to say happy birthday to Charmaine Rojas. Charmaine Rojas, coming from your husband, your kids, your grandkids, and all your sisters, also from the entire Daniel and Ammon family. Happy birthday to you, Charmaine. And finally, happy birthday going out to Kalisha. All right, Kalisha celebrates her birthday. Hope you have a blessed and wonderful day, and may God continue to bless you and pour out his richest blessings upon you. And this is from your two daughters, your mom, and the rest of the family. Enjoy your day. Lovely. So that is Kalisha. That's right, Kalisha. All right, people. So that's it for today. We went a bit late, but I went over my time, 8:22. All right, so get your children involved in chess today. It's a terrific game to learn. It teaches them a lot about life and, most importantly, thinking, strategy, patience, respect, awareness. So make sure and get them involved. And tomorrow we got Chef Shiraz on, and we also have some artists passing through. So until then, have a great day. We go on. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.